when it takes center stage, way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze. On each and every way, put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Tasting on my face like it's lemonade. Tiny, I get through the pain. Tasting on my face like it's lemonade. Chains, I get through the pain. Tasting on my face like it's lemonade. Get up for what? Get up for what? Lemonade, lemonade, lemonade. Quench my inner rage. Lemonade, lemonade. What? Lemonade. Get up for what? Lemonade, lemonade, lemonade. Quench my inner rage. Lemonade, lemonade. What? Get up for what? I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, Huntley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Huntley. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Huntley. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Huntley to throw. That's complete to Lynn Bowden. The first down screen pass, good for 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On second down now, it's Love. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Off the bootleg. Huntley. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun, Huntley. And it is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. K.J. Hamler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
They're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run with Logan. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
At the 40-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
On 1st down, here's Love. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
46-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. He's going to go down again. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
23 yards.
23 yards, the final tally. On the carry, it's Logan. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll run it here with Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Watson off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Anthony Walker gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 13.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 50, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Past the 12. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he knocks it through.
Next to score, Colts 14. Texans nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Second quarter for him now 2 picks in this one.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brings up
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake. Huntley. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Huntley. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Off-play action. Huntley. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Preston Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. Not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
1st down, Houston.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Logan. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw on third down. Watson flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First down, Texans.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it here with Bowden. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
On second down, Love. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The play fake. Huntley. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Now Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
On the tackle.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
29-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Henderson will try to run for the first. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good block. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Huntley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Butler, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Huntley. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he will be taken down. A big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Operating from the gun. Huntley, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lynn Bowden, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Colts 28, Texans nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. He couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. But the game, certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down now, it's Love. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. This is Henderson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
On the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down. It's Love. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson brings it in over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. just to Houston. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that?